welcome to episode 45 of the Reboot franchise. I apologize for the level of echo in the background. I'm aware of it. It will hopefully be fixed very soon. Now, in this episode, I'm trying to make up for the biggest mistake I've ever made in a franchise mode, and that is simming a game instead of playing a game. I was stupid enough to go all the way past play season game to advanced week, and nothing in my head clicked until it was too late, and I was already there now in week 7. And we simmed past the game, which we lost, which I deserve to lose in all honesty, because I simmed past it. Only done that once, surprisingly. I did once sim the preseason, not thinking about cuts, and Brandon Coleman disappeared from the game when we were with the Saints, and that was a bit of a shame. But apart from that, I've never simmed a game, so that's what we've done. So we're going to make up for it, and the poor, unsuspecting people we're going to take our anger out on are going to be the Cleveland Browns, who, to be fair, we're going to take our anger out on anyway because we lost 6-3 to them in overtime the last time we played them because we didn't get a possession ourselves, and of course we would have won the game. So we're looking to serve up our first 50 burger of the season. 50 points at the very least is what we're aiming for. This offense is good enough for it. I know that, you know that. So let's get into this game against the Cleveland Browns. We know what the team looks like. It's pretty good, but it's not as good as we are. Well, actually, overall-wise, it's better, but we're better than them. We know it. So here we go. It's a rainy day in Baltimore as we take on the current divisional leaders. That's right. The Browns are ahead of the AFC North, but we're coming back for the title with a win in this game. And Cooper Maddox going over the middle there, but the pass is broken up by Casey Jacobs. And on 3rd and 5, they'll go with a run with Isaiah Crowell, but he'll be stopped by Tyus Bowser, and that gets us the ball. 2nd and 10, Philip Vaniat in his own end zone, but gets that ball out to Kurt Weeks for the first down. 2nd and 5 now, and we're going for a screenplay here. David Johnson getting a little bit of space to the left, running over the first man, fighting through the second, still going, and finally being tackled at the 34-yard line. 1st and 10 now, and it's a pass out to George Connor, and all the big playmakers getting involved early on here, and Trayvon Bromley joining that group now. Trayvon Bromley getting the first down, picking up about 15 on that run, and on 2nd and goal now, Vandiak back to pass, gets it out quickly, and DeMarcus Parker with the touchdown. A full cast of names being called out on that drive, and it results in a touchdown for the Ravens. And now Hunter Washington would not be blocked on that play and gets the tackle for a loss. And now Cooper Maddox looking to run, finds himself some space but runs straight into a safety. And on 4th and 9, the Browns have to punt away to the always dangerous Ashley Stokes, and he finds a little bit of space here in the middle. Now gets around to the outside, has only got a couple of guys to beat with speed, and Ashley Stokes, you know he's got the speed to do it, and he's going to take it into the end zone for a punt return touchdown. This game very quickly getting away from the Browns. On 1st and 10, Cooper Maddox is sacked. Now 2nd and 19, in trouble again. Maddox loses the ball as he's sacked. It's Rashad Bass who picks it up for the defensive touchdown. We've had an offensive touchdown, a special teams touchdown, and a defensive touchdown now. The Browns are really struggling here, down 21-0, and we've still got 5 minutes left, and David Johnson would not give up on that play and picks up the first down. And now 3rd and 1 after the Browns got the ball back, and again they have to punt away on 4th and 8. He's already burnt them once. Ashley Stokes looking to do the same again, and he's got himself an opportunity if he can get to the outside, and it's exactly what he does. He's got one man to beat for speed. We've already been over this. Of course he can beat him for speed. He gets around the outside of him, and he's into the end zone for a second punt return touchdown in just one game. Philip Vandiak now on 3rd and 11 gets sacked. And we're in the second half here on 3rd and 3, and David Johnson finding some space, and again running through people, around people. He can do it all. 2nd and 10, Philip Vandiak now making a little bit of a magician's act there to get out of the pocket and get the first down. On a 2nd and 1, the handoff to David Johnson, who's in for the touchdown with a little bit of a slip with the wet conditions. 3rd and 10, and it's a sack there for Hunter Washington. 4th and 14, the Browns are going for it. Cooper Maddox actually gets away from everybody. Cooper Maddox picks up the first down, a spin move there. Finally is tackled at the 44-yard line, and on 2nd and 1, he's going to the outside there, but it's a tipped pass, and Rashad Bass comes down with it. He's already got a touchdown, a fumble recovery, and an interception to his long list of accolades for the day. And 2nd and 7 now for David Johnson, picking up that first down, running over a man again. 1st and 10 going back to David Johnson, and he's got himself another first down. He just will not be tackled. 1st and 10, Philip Vandiak moving to the right here, looking for the pass, and he finds Kendrick Ellis, the rookie, for the first down. And on 1st and goal, it's play action. A little bit of trouble here. He's trying to get away, loses the ball. It's Myles Garrett who picks it up, and we could be in trouble here. But Myles Garrett starting very slowly here, here. For some reason, deciding not to sprint until Philip Vendiak gets close to him. Now they're in a foot race. Vendiak not the slowest, neither is Miles Garrett, but he just manages to tackle him by the ankles, stopping him at the 2-yard line, and then we manage to let a receiver go completely uncovered, and they get a touchdown. The score now 35-17, but David Johnson from the 42-yard line is going to take it all the way in for a touchdown. And there we go. There are the 40 points. We were looking for 50, but 40's not bad. And now with less than 1 minute left, Cooper Maddox going over the middle. Gilbert Turner with the interception, looking to return this one. Gets it over the 50-yard line, but not much further. Gilbert Turner, what a player he has turned out to be, the coach's son. And now 3rd and 3. Trayvon Bromley will close this game out for us with a first down here. Absolutely no problems. Alright, so it wasn't quite the 50 burger we promised, but 40 doesn't taste bad either. And it was off a very strong performance from special teams, in all honesty. Offense did okay, and actually pretty much did as good as they needed to. One drive ended badly, of course. One drive ended very badly in terms of losing the ball. But apart from that, pretty much did everything we needed to. David Johnson, 19 touches, 130 yards and 2 touchdowns. Trayvon Bromley picked up 22 yards as well. Receiving, David Johnson, 28 yards and 4 receptions. George Connor, 3 for 32. Not much going on there receiving-wise, but a bunch of guys showing up there. And then we go on to the defense, which played well as well, of course. Rashad Peters leading the team with 8 tackles. Shouldn't be, but it's not that bad. Hunter Washington, 2 sacks. Rashad Bass, 2 sacks. 1 sack for Tim Williams. Interceptions, 1 for Gilbert Turner. What a guy he's turned out to be. Earned 1 for Rashad Bass. And then, of course, did we take any of those back? Well, forced fumble by Hunter Washington as well. A recovery by Rashad Bass. And touchdowns, just the 1 by Rashad Bass. Of course, unfortunately, we weren't able to return any touchdowns. We were able to return that fumble. But it's not over yet as we go to the kick return. I don't think there's anything there on kick return. Nope, but we go on to the punt return. And Ashley Stokes returns 2 in 1 game. He only had 3 returns total, and 2 of them he took back for a touchdown. So with that out of the way, I've got a bunch of stuff to do here. I'll update you if anything worthwhile happens. Next up to negotiate, Trayvon Bromley, Ray Nisley, and Jaquan Barber. You know, we'd like to have all of those guys back, and we can afford to bring them back. So one accepted, Trayvon Bromley, of course he did. The other guys want some more money, of course they do. So this is the stage where we look at offensive linemen, and for the left guard, we need a B or better in pass block or run block, and there we go, there is one. We can add him already and save points by not scouting the rest. There's another, we can have him. There's not another, unfortunately, there. There's not one there. There's not one there. And there's not one there. So 2 guys there, but one of those guys is a 6th rounder. As long as he's got a good bench press, which also matters. We've got ourselves a guy here, a 3rd rounder here as well. He looks very good, actually. If we have 5 points left over at any point, I'll come back for him. So the centers need a B- in pass block and run block, not or, and also good bench press. So B-, nope, B-, nope. Oh, I got caught in the repetition of hitting twice. Not that it makes a difference, but so far, no centers here. Now, Tariq Cohen is available to negotiate as well. In all honesty, Tariq Cohen, I feel like, is surplus to requirements now that we have David Johnson on the team. What he brings, David Johnson does himself anyway. Obviously, Jaquan Barber, no one quite hits quite as hard as him, but David Johnson does that too. In all honesty, we don't need anybody else. But of course, we'll keep them. But right now, actually, I'm happy to leave those. I'm happy to leave those contracts sat right there. What we'll do is scout some more linemen. So there we go. We have a center here in the 6th round. He already had B run block, has B- pass block. As long as he's got, obviously, the good stuff, we're all right. He could be 1. He's not 1. And there we go, 1 center, but in the 6th round, very happy about that. Let's move on to the right guards. Right guards, exactly the same as centers, except for they don't need to have as good a bench press. So centers need 33, right guards just need 30. A bunch of decent stats here, of course. We'll take a look at the important stuff afterwards. So they need B- pass block, B- run block, and we have 1. Oh, we don't have any points. Oh, we only have 5 points, so let's go over to this left guard here. Remember, 3rd rounder. C pass block isn't the best, but it's still pretty good. And here we go, ready to play against the Lions. And don't worry, we won't skip this one this time. Let's take a look at this Lions team. I'm not sure if this isn't maybe the first time we've played against the Lions. Matthew Stafford, still the quarterback, 87 overall. Theo Riddick, the running back, at an 85 overall. Now I feel like we have played against him. I feel like we played against Theo Riddick. But fullback, 84 overall. Avery Conrad, or whatever his name was. Golden Tate, Russell Glenn, and Dede Westbrook are the wide receivers. Interesting group there. Dede Westbrook with the speed, and Russell Glenn, I assume, like Golden Tate, is good route running, and we can see 87, 87. Not actually that good for either of them, but they're not bad. Eric Ebron, 96 overall now. Taylor Decker, left tackle, 96 overall. Jose McIlwain. He's a 91 overall, 4th year player. Travis Swanson, 85 overall. Griffin Kafka, 80 overall. And Rick Wagner, 81 overall. Shaquille Barrett, the left end, 86 overall. Then Ezekiel Anza, 84 overall. Not quite what you expect for him. And Barkevius Mingo behind him with an 81. Akeem Spence, the defensive tackle, 81 overall. Playing 4-3. T.Y. McGill, 79. Banks Wingo, we looked for this guy. I said it's Barkevius Mingo's cousin, who coincidentally plays on this team now. But Banks Wingo, I was looking for, and I lost him, and he turns out he's okay. 86 overall, 2nd year player. Behind him, Adrian Robinson, a rookie, an 82 overall. That's not bad whatsoever. Gerard Davis, 94 overall now. If they're playing a 3-4 for whatever reason. Taiwan Jones, 74 overall. Blair Brown, outside linebacker, 82 overall. The cornerbacks, Darius Slay, 89 overall. Tease Tabor, 87 overall. And it goes down to 74 with Desmond Foote, 2nd year player. Let's take a look at the free safety. Roland Roman, who looks more like the Thing from the Fantastic Four movies, or whatever he's called. 75 overall, that's not a good player. And the strong safety is Tavon Wilson with a 78 overall. Those are the Lions. Now let's play against them. Let's not sim the week, let's play against them. And would you look at that, a second game. Who would have believed we would ever be able to do this? We're playing the Detroit Lions this week. It's away from home at Ford Field, and on 3rd and 10, we've got the Lions in a bad spot early on, but Matthew Stafford rolling to the right has plenty of time here and takes the time to pass. He could have probably ran for that and got the first down, but he throws it to Theo Riddick and he gets an even bigger first down from a 3rd and 10. 1st and 10 now from the 46, throwing across his body, across the field, getting another first down, and now a 1st and 10 from the 11-yard line, and Riddick won't be stopped until he really is stopped by Kewan Hardwick, and on 3rd and inches going for a quick pass, and they get it as well. It's a shame they were able to get that. And we see a late bit of contact there from Rashad Bass. Well, don't worry, nobody was flanked for it. Don't know how. 2nd and 22, and George Connor with a big catch there, holding onto the ball as soon as he gets hit. 2nd and 9 for Philip Van Diat. Another nice pass there to Ashley Stokes, doing a good job right now moving the ball down the field. 1st and 10, and he's looking to a 3rd man now. And it's David Johnson with the reception, getting the first down. On the 2nd and 2, we go back to David Johnson with a carry, and he's in for the touchdown. We've seen this happen so many times, and there's a little bit of a scrum going on in the end zone at the end there. Guys rolling around. 3rd and 9, Matthew Stafford is sacked by Hunter Washington. We get the ball back, 2nd and 10. We're in the 2nd quarter now, plenty of time left in this game, and we're looking to get ahead, but that's not going to help us there. A fumble by Philip Van Diat as he tried to step up and get out of the pocket as he had nobody open. 3rd and 16 now. Van Diat again. He's struggling right now after taking that one sack. Shaquille Barrett is able to get him down, and now the Lions have the ball. 3rd and 14. Throwing across the middle, deep, but it's picked off by Gilbert Turner. 2 interceptions, 2 weeks in a row. Gilbert Turner, what a player he is. He's the 3rd string cornerback. He's the nickelback and a 3rd string safety, and he's picking players off week after week. And now a big pass to George Connor for the touchdown, and there we go, we're ahead now after a couple of big plays from the defense and from the offense. And now 2nd and 9 for the Lions, and it's an easy completion there, cutting apart our zones, getting the first down. 2nd and 4, Matthew Stafford back to pass. Plenty of time here, but nobody open. Matthew Stafford now in a little bit of trouble. Mike Richardson chasing, bringing him down for the sack. And now 3rd and 7 for the Lions at the 38-yard line. Stafford again with time, but nobody open. And again, having to let go of it this time. And somehow he completes that. And I say somehow because our defender should have stopped that one. Something went wrong there, and he didn't. On 3rd and 10, they managed to get the first down there. Marlon Humphrey in coverage. And now 3rd and goal at the 12-yard line. Stafford going to the outside here to Golden Tate again. But this time Marlon Humphrey will take him out of bounds and will hold them to a field goal. So the score 14-10. There, Van Diak doing a good job as he gets hit to get rid of that ball. He's under a little bit of pressure right now. 2nd and 10, get that ball out to David Johnson for the first down there. No problems for him. And on 1st and 10 from the 44, David Johnson running with the ball. Now David Johnson, one man to beat, runs over the top of him. Darius Slay cannot tackle him. He's still going. Finally gets tackled by a 3rd man. We'll see him here running over the first. Darius Slay cannot stop him. Foot cannot stop him. The 3rd player is needed to bring him down. Let's take a look from another angle, because this is just signature David Johnson, just refusing to be stopped. Darius Slay, 1st man there, or rather 2nd man there. Foot, the 3rd man there. Neither of those guys are going to stop him. It takes a 4th player to finally bring him down. And on 2nd and inches, George Connor gets that touchdown on a quick slant, the signature. 3rd and 10, Vandiak was looking for something around the right side and just gets sacked, runs straight into a defensive end. And now 1st and 10, runs straight into a defensive end again. And Philip Vandiak is starting to see ghosts here, and he just cannot do anything. He's struggling to throw the ball. He's moving around in the pocket erratically because he seems to just be thinking the pressure is coming all the time when maybe it isn't. And now the Lions moving the ball well here. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line. Theoretic will go unchallenged into the end zone. He had a million different directions to pick, and he picks straight up the middle. 2nd and 4, and it's an interception here for Vandiak. Spent a little bit too much time there. Connor was open to begin with, but then that coverage rotated a little bit, turned over, and Connor ended up being covered as he threw it. On 3rd and 2 now, we're going with David Johnson to pick up the first down. 3rd and 1, we're going with David Johnson to pick up the first down, and he picks up a little bit more than just that 7-yard line. And on 2nd and goal, back to David Johnson, stopped just short of the touchdown. 3rd and goal, we're looking to pass here. Vandiak looking to go left, and he gets it out to George Connor, who makes that catch. As soon as he catches it, he's hit, but he holds on to it and he gets the touchdown. We'll take another look at another angle here, and he gets it right as 2 guys hit him immediately. 2nd and 5, Lions again moving the ball well. Matthew Stafford rolling out to the right. There's 1 minute left in this game. They have a chance to tie it here with a touchdown. 4th and 2. Matthew Stafford needs a first down. He's going touchdown, but it's Kevin Hagler, the rookie, who picks him off. 30 seconds left in this game. That is a game-winning interception from the rookie cornerback out of Alabama. This Ravens team is full of Alabama players, and they all keep making plays. 2 interceptions from Alabama players last week. An interception, well, 2 interceptions again from Alabama players this week. Gilbert Turner, the one that gets them both weeks. And now Trayvon Bromley will end this game for us. I don't like the way that game started to get away from us at the end, but I do like the way we then responded after it started to get away and brought it right back again. So let's take a look at the stats. There's plenty of things to look at. Philip Vandiak had a good day. 242 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. We just waited too long on that play, and it allowed the coverage to roll over and then cover exactly who we thought was open, and he wasn't anymore. David Johnson, 18 for 116, 6.4 yards per carry, and a touchdown. Trayvon Bromley only getting 3 carries, but took him for 16 yards. Receiving, George Connor, 10 for 158, 3 touchdowns. David Johnson, 4 for 34, and then everybody else chipping in 1 or 2 here or there. Not bad. And apparently Hunter Washington has a drop. He does have a dropped interception, but I didn't realize that actually counts then as a full-blown drop. Blocking, not really interested, except for the fact Nolan Goodman allowed 4 sacks, but that was also because Vandiak was rolling out to that side and stood around a little bit too long. Let's take a look at the tackles. Hunter Washington leading the team with 8. And then Marlon Humphrey was 6, a cornerback there. Not usually what we see. 2 sacks for Hunter Washington, 1 for Tyus Bowser, 1 for Kevin Hagler, and 1 for Mike Richardson. We're going to see him again soon. There he is with the interception to close out the game, because of course that could have given him the tie, and Gilbert Turner as well with an interception. 2 guys out of always make plays. Kevin Hagler following in the footsteps of Gilbert Turner, not getting that many chances, but right now has already on a couple of occasions shown what he's capable of. I mean, this game massively shows that he can get sacks and get interceptions. It's just one of those, can you make the most of your opportunities? Because we don't have that many to hand out. We don't have any false fumbles or anything. That is it for the stats. But it's a good game with a couple of bad spots. But overall, very good game. And there we have it, back on track now. 6-2 is our record, and we've got some stuff to do here. But we're going to be doing that next week. This team is very good. I mean, very good. I'm very happy with pretty much every single position. And Kendrick Ellis, tell you what, I kind of forgot he's only a 69 overall because he plays way above that. We've got a bunch of XP already as well. We're at the halfway point of the season here, which means we'll probably should look at upgrading some people. We should probably look at the stats, but let's quickly, what we'll do in this one is just take a quick look at what the end of season awards look like right now. So MVP right now, Blake Bortles, but right behind him, David Johnson. I feel like he was quite high up in the voting a couple of years ago as well. Coach of the Year, Doug Marrone, right behind him. Todd Bowles. Let's take a look then. Offensive Player of the Year right now, David Johnson. He is on another level. Not quite predicted to go over 2,000 yards, but if he has 1 or 2 big games, may well break 2,000 yards. Defensive Player of the Year, Lawrence Nattiel, guy we never got to play against. But Hunter Washington right there behind him. He's always around here. Let's hope he can finally get it. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Calvin McCourty. You may have heard of the McCourty twins. and they're on the Patriots together now, but you never heard of the third brother, Calvin, and he's coming to the team. Defensive Rookie of the Year, I mean, Hagler probably put himself in 6th place from not even being on the list with that one game. Best quarterback, no, we're not on there, which is a bit of a shame. Best running back, David Johnson, of course. Best wide receiver, you're kidding me? Of course he is, but maybe so far. His last couple of games, he's stepped it back up to previous form. Before then, we really were putting the ball everywhere else except for him because it was nice to not have to. Best O-line, we got a chance there. Best D-line, we don't have a chance there. Best linebacker, Hunter Washington. Can he hang on to it? Maybe, hopefully. Best DB. Honestly, I feel like Gilbert Turner has been the best defensive back so far. He's been very good. Usually I always say Rashard Peters. He's not on it. He's not got the stats so far this season, Rashard Peters. But Gilbert Turner has, and he is just great. Best kicker, Justin Tucker. This will be our last season with him, and that does the end of season awards projections right now anyway. And that is it for this episode.